Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in this video. So today I want to talk a bit about Mars-Saturn conjunction. Okay, and this is a combination I've been seeing repeatedly in the few consultations that I've been doing lately. And since it has been a major theme of the readings that I've been giving out in the last few days, so I just wanted to share my insights on the conjunction of Mars and Saturn in Vedic astrology. Okay, so it is regarded as the meeting of ice and fire, and Saturn and Mars, they are the two most powerful planets of this Kali Yuga. Okay, but then although they are the two most powerful, they have very different forces which are contradictory by nature. Okay, and if you look at Mars, it is the planet of victory, and it exalts in the Saturnian sign of Capricorn. Okay, so what this means is, this, although Mars and Saturn are regarded as enemies in in Vedic astrology, the the planet Mars, it simply needs a very wise Saturn if he wants to achieve his goals. Okay, and what does Saturn represent? Saturn is the principle of understanding dharma. It represents discipline, and it is also the quintessence of law and order. Okay, now Mars is the young planet, is a young planet. Okay, he is the brahmachari. Okay, and he is very hot-headed, and he is the soldier. And a soldier often needs experience. Okay, so because Mars represents the inexperienced soldier, so Saturn debilitates in Aries. Okay, so this is one misconception, that they are mutual enemies. It is not. Okay, it is Saturn that considers Mars as an enemy, while Mars actually needs the stability and the warmth of Saturn. So it is quite neutral towards Saturn. Okay, so Mars and Saturn influence, it is or the conjunction of Mars and Saturn, or then the mutual aspect of Mars and Saturn, it is quite conflicting. Okay, it is quite conflicting, and this is especially for Saturn, because Saturn debilitates in a Martian sign. Okay, and if such a conjunction happens in a female horoscope, it indicates the need for for deep and conscious insights into oneself. Okay, the female who has this conjunction must have a very deep understanding about how the opposite gender functions. Okay, and it also requires control of emotions and respect for men. Okay, and a lot of things depend on the sign in which this connection is present. Okay, but then what I want you to understand are the lessons that we can derive from this Mars Saturn conjunction. Right, so if Mars and Saturn are mutually aspecting each other, they are together in a particular sign, or if Mars is in Capricorn, or if Saturn is in Aries, or if Mars is in Aquarius or Saturn is in Scorpio, then there are certain lessons that you must learn. Okay, and Mars, okay, Mars, which is the planet of initiatives, right? Mars needs to control his initiatives and direct his energy around the house and the sign of the zodiac in an ecologically correct way. Okay, for example, if this conjunction, if Mars Saturn combination is happening in the 7th house of the horoscope, the native needs to understand or do some deep research about how marriage works, about how relationships survive, about how partnerships survive. So it indicates it indicates a deeper research towards the activities of the house where this conjunction happens. Okay, and then there needs to be a lot of restraint regarding ambition and impulsiveness. Okay, again, continuing with the example of the 7th house, say, this conjunction is present there, so you will need to check your impulsiveness when it comes to choosing your partners, okay, either for marriage or for businesses. Okay, and the lesson is to learn patience and responsibility, and not to bypass any kind of karma according to the house and sign in which this connection is happening. Okay, and then if this conjunction is happening, say in the in any house, it means that you have to learn to deal with emotions without violently suppressing them. Okay, so it's a very difficult thing to do, okay, dealing with emotions without suppressing them. A lot of people go through emotional trauma, and then at a certain point of time they learn to live with it, because they manage to suppress their emotions. But then those suppressed emotions can later on come back in the form of, say, a cancerous growth in the body, or maybe a tumor, or maybe some problem with the kidneys. Okay, so if this conjunction is happening in any place in the chart, a balance is needed in decision making, between coolness and hotness, between detachment and aggression. Okay, but then not everything is negative about this combination. Okay, there are always positives and negatives regarding any combination in Vedic astrology. Okay, and the positives, the most positive thing about this connection is that the native will have a very a very good, or a very inborn ability to achieve goals through the inclusion of strategic intelligence. Okay, and the real earnings will come from real estate, land, as well as from other sources involving landed property. Okay, you can look at the chart of Pablo Escobar to see how this connection worked. Okay, he had Mars and Saturn conjunction in the Lagna. Okay, and then this conjunction also gives a lot of wisdom as well as material prosperity with regards to the house and the sign where Mars and Saturn are connected. Okay, and then if you learn to balance your emotions, if you take responsibility, if you learn to take responsibility for your actions, you can actually make a lot of material progress as a result of this conjunction. Okay, now even though these are very unfavorable planets to have in conjunction, okay, they are papagrahas. All right, so if you have this conjunction due to the will of the divine, you do not need to think about the fatality of the karmic lessons of Mars and Saturn conjunction. Okay, what you need to do is you need to find out and realize where you are violating dharma. Okay, where your where your principles are being violated by Mars, first of all, because Saturn is the planet that teaches you dharma. Okay, so Saturn, as that planet of dharma in conjunction with Mars, it'll focus its attention on all the karmic tasks, as if indicating with the finger of fate. Okay, so the best remedy for this conjunction is to learn, as I said, about the house, about the sign in which this conjunction is happening. Okay, now there are other other remedies as well. There are other yogic remedies, for example hatha yoga, which is now becoming very, very popular as a result of efforts by Isha Foundation and you know the Art of Living Foundation. So hatha yoga is one of the best remedies to do if you have this combination. And then there are homa rituals which you can perform. Okay, but be careful with performing homas. Be careful never to do homas yourself. Okay, of late there has been a lot of attempt to encourage people to do homas by themselves. It's very, very wrong. Okay, get a priest to do the homa. All right, and then if you engage your body in various exercises like walking uphill for long hours and jogging, so these remedies will also help to balance the unsettled energies that you may experience in your body because of this conjunction. Okay, and then the other way, the other remedy is to have a mentor. Okay, have a mentor who is older to you in age. Now sometimes mentors can be younger to you depending on whatever field you are working in. Okay, so I have a mentor in digital marketing who is around 3 years younger to me. Okay, but in this, if you have this conjunction, you should, you should have a mentor. You should get a mentor who is older than you in age. Okay, and you should be, you should be communicating and gaining experience and consulting with that mentor from time to time. Okay, and also try to have a, deeper understanding of how karma works, what is dharma, and how you can, work towards balancing dharma and karma in this lifetime. All right. So that's it. That's it about this conjunction. I just wanted to share a few tidbits about it. Okay. And if you wish to explore the lesser known facets of your chart, you can always reach out for a consultation at the number given in the description box. Okay. So that's it from me. Please like the content, share it if you find it useful, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon in yet another video. Namaste. Om Gurave Namaha.